So there's a ton of different type of concentrates, and probably the biggest thing to come out over the last 5 years is the idea of live versus non-live concentrates. And so anytime live in front of their concentrate, what you guys need to think was that plant, what they're saying by that is that they harvested those plants, flash froze them, so immediately sent them to a freezer, and then extracted them before they ever dried. And so they, really the difference at the end of the day, when you look at chemical difference between live extracts versus non-live extracts, is they have a higher amount of sesquiterpenes. And so they're usually a little bit more flavorful concentrates. And then, the other way that they really break out concentrates is either by their composition. So distillate is a super just cannabinoid product, but it goes through a certain process, and so they call it distillate. Everything else is really texture based. And so, the difference between crumble, batter, shatter, and, even diamonds in a lot of ways are only a texture difference. And that texture can actually be manufactured after extraction. And so you can take a shatter and turn it into a batter. You can take a shatter and make diamonds out of it, as long as you haven't decarbed it.
Can you please give just a definitive difference basically between sesquiterpene and regular terpene? Is it just like it's not a product of?
No, I mean, so the sesquiterpenes in a lot of ways are just, water soluble terpenes from how most people describe them. And so they're terpenes that are most likely going to be they're the terpenes that you lose the most of during the drying process, if that makes any sense.
But they're more abundant than actual terpenes.
Depending on the plant.
Okay.
Right.
Is this the stuff that would be sort of dissolved as a hydrocarbon in our process?
I mean, in a lot of ways, we lose sesquiterpenes just in our drying room.
Right, gotcha.
And that's why, a fresh harvested plant smells different right. From like other ones. But like at the end of the day, drying, some of those sesquiterpenes are even terpenes we don't even want to smell, right? Like there's some GVL sesquiterpenes we don't want, or GLVs, green leaf volatiles. So it's a give or take. I've had some live extracts that were nasty because the terpenes sucked when they harvest.
Right. So that would come down to, I mean, theoretically, if we wanted to maintain those sesquiterpenes and things like that, it would just be a factor of probably maintaining even more stringent environmental controls over our drying rooms and things like that. Or as soon as the plant starts to actually dry, do you start to lose those terpenes through evaporation?
You're going to lose some through evaporation. And so, I mean, that's why live concentrates have become so popular, because people really feel like that's the true representation of that plant. Gotcha. But we played around with live extracts already up here, Phil and I. It's something that we want to do kind of long term, like down the road. We might be doing live extracts, but who knows where that will go. But for you guys, like